With participation from over 150 countries, Paris Climate Conference 2015 has begun from today. Prime Minister Narendra Modi attending the conference will raise India's concerns on the issue. The issue of intolerance is being discussed in the Lok Sabha after the Speaker accepted notices of CPM member P. Karunakaran and Congress MP K.C. Venugopal for a discussion on the matter. The two opposition members had given notices for a discussion on the issue under Rule 193, which does not entail voting. Meanwhile, Parliamentary Affairs Minister Venkaiah Naidu said that the government has nothing to hide and the NDA government has worked in an exemplary manner. The winter session of the Bihar Assembly was adjourned for the day after the passing away of RLSP MLA Vasant Kushwaha. The Speaker will be elected on Wednesday and the Governor will address a joint session of the two houses the following day. Supreme Court issued notice to the centre and the Kerala government on a public interest litigation seeking a mechanism to control incidents of biting by stray dogs. Lawyer V.K. Biju said that the Apex Court has issued a notice saying that a separate compensation should be given to school children and to the other victims, adding the fact that medicines and vaccines should be distributed free, as in most cases the victims are poor. Delhi High Court transferred a 1984 anti-Sikh riots case in which Congress leader Sajjan Kumar stands accused from the Karkarduma Court to Patiala House Court. Justice Siddharth Mridul said the trial will begin from 8th December with the consent of all parties in the case. Niti Aayog Vice Chairman Arvind Pangaria said that India is poised to become an $8 to $10 trillion economy in the next 15 years. While addressing a conference on role of Niti Aayog in the changed scenario and engagement with states in the national capital, Pangaria said it is the states which have to engage with the international community and it leads to the country's growth. Finance Ministry will hold a review meeting with banks and RBI representatives on Tuesday to assess gold monetization scheme. Banks are now in talks with institutions and temples to popularize the scheme. To get better response, the ministry has allowed depositors to give their gold directly to the refiner without involving the collection and purity testing centers wherever it is acceptable to the banks. In the telephone exchange scam case, DMK leader Dayanidhi Maran being questioned by CBI in its Delhi headquarters. The Supreme Court had directed Maran to appear before CBI for 7 days from today till 5th December for questioning. The Apex Court, however, denied CBI custody of Maran and asked him to cooperate with the investigation agency. The Health Ministry launched the injectable inactivated polio vaccine IPV in India as part of its commitment to the global polio endgame strategy at a function in New Delhi today. IPV injection will be given to children below 1 year of age along with the third dose of the oral polio vaccine free of cost. Expelled Aam Aadmi Party members Prashant Bhushan and Yogendra Yadav have been detained by the Delhi police for leading a march to the State Assembly. The duo were leading the volunteers of Swaraj Abhiyan, rebel group floated by the ex-members of AAP. Yadav and Bhushan were protesting against the Jan Lokpal bill. Former Bangladeshi Prime Minister and opposition Bangladeshi Nationalist Party chief Khaleda Zia granted bail from a trial court over corruption charges of contracting a gas field to a Canadian company in exchange for kickbacks during her tenure as the premier. The European Union and Turkey agreed on a historic deal to stem the migrant crisis. Turkey will get €3 billion and political concessions in return for clamping down on its borders and keeping refugees in the country. In Syria, at least 30 people were killed and several others wounded in fresh airstrike in the town of Ariha in northwestern region. The strikes hit the Idlib province town of Ariha, which is controlled by the Army of Conquest, a rebel alliance of mainly Islamist groups, including Al-Qaeda affiliate Al-Nusra Front. India will face defending champions Netherlands in their last Pool B match of the Hockey World League final in Raipur today. Earlier, India dished out a superlative performance to hold the Germans to a 1-1 draw. At present, India are at the bottom of Pool B and a last place finish would mean that they will have to play the Pool A toppers in the quarterfinals. Today is the birth anniversary of father of wireless communication, Sir Jagdish Chandra Bose. He was one of India's first scientists whose work on plant science and radio technology was pioneering. He led the advancement of experimental science in the Indian subcontinent.